Prove to me that you're alive. Once again, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Once again, we're here. And summer is definitely over, man. Sheesh, it's freaking cold. I hate the cold, man. I can't stand the cold. You know, I'm starting to think that these videos are like more therapeutic for me or something, man. Since I'm not getting a lot of views. But whatever, man, it is what it is. The point is that I'm not doing this for views, and whoever's gonna see it is meant to see it, and that means that you started asking yourself the ultimate questions, man. Proving to yourself, or trying to prove to yourself if you really are alive, or what is live, or you know, what is this really? And the 3 ultimate questions, man. Who am I? What am I doing here? And what happens after death? You know, a lot of people say, man, most people say, you don't know what's going to happen after death. You know, you're only going to know after you die. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all, man. Because, you know, a lot of people have dedicated their lives, and generations have dedicated centuries into, you know, studying this, man. And not only studying this, but there are practitioners out there that are able to enter a meditative state, a trance, right next to and along with the person that's dying, and actually is able to see what's happening. But anyway, this video is not about that, man. Since it's cold out here, and life is all about sacrifices, and this channel is about the sacrifice of me not caring that I look or sound like a dumbass, and putting out videos out there for y'all, man. This is and like I said, man, I guess this is for me too. It's like therapeutic or something. You know, I really just wanted to talk about what the reason is of me starting this project and starting this movement. Because if you go to my channel, NazareN, you will notice that there is, you know, there are interviews with various people that I respect and honor, and maybe people that I don't know that well, but you know, I find interesting, and the way they live their life interesting. And then there's music that I make, and you know, maybe I should have separated the channels for music and for the podcast, but the point is that these 2 things are part of the grand mission, the grand cause, the grand call that I have been a part of and following my whole life. Because see, I think that all of us, each and every one of us individually, have a cause and have a mission that they came to complete into this life and into this world, into this realm, whatever you want to call it, or all of the above put together, man. Because it really what it is a world, it is a realm, it is a planet, and it is this thing that we call life. And the main point is, I don't want to depress anybody, I don't want to bring anyone down. The main point is to uplift, and the most important demographics and people that I don't want to use the word target, because that's you know what I'm saying, a little strong of a word, but the main generation that I want to reach out is the younger generation, the future of our world, of our planet. especially in the Western hemisphere of this planet, of our world, man, the Western world. You know, it's crazy how, because I already said this in previous videos, but I come from a country in the post-Soviet times, and you know, it was hard, man. It was definitely a lot of poverty, and you know, a lot of death, a lot of struggles, man, that I seen, that I faced, you know, and you know, the things that I faced, you know, maybe weren't as big as the things that, you know, other people close to me faced. And what I noticed is when I came out here, came to the States, man, came to New York, is, you know, teens in depressive states, you know, and depressive mind states, man. And I started asking myself, you know, because we tend to think that wealth and material riches are the answers to our questions, man. When we're broke, when we're poor, we think that that's the ultimate answer, man. That as soon as we get some money, you know, everything's gonna be resolved. And then the rich people, you know, they have their own problems, man, and they look at, you know, broken poor people, and they think, damn, they have simpler lives, man. You know, I wish I could live that way, you know. And it's like Biggie said, man, more money, more problems. And the fact remains, you know, it's hard to come to terms with it, but the fact remains that the financial system that we have these days in the material world that we collectively have created for ourselves and have surrendered to, you know, maybe we didn't completely create it, but someone did, and we surrendered to it without asking any questions, man. You know, they created this scarcity for us, you know, very generic scarcity, man, the scarcity that we shouldn't have, and put us into chains, made us slaves, man. And you know, obviously we think when we're broke, just getting a little money is gonna resolve all of our problems, man. But that's not the case. And what I've noticed in the West, man, is you know, so much people, man, you know, having a lot more than what we had back in the day, you know. And yeah, there are poor people out here, but the poor here, the poverty here doesn't come close to what we used to have, you know. And I'm pretty sure that the poverty that we used to have doesn't compare to some of the third world countries and so on. And I find a lot of, I mean, me myself, because, you know, I went through some crazy things that I'm going to talk about in some of my other videos. I'll go deep. But I've been finding teenagers, you know, being very depressed, man, and you know, girls are being mistreated. You know, the boys are, you know, they have this, they're wearing this label, man, you know, and pretending to be someone they're not, and trying to compensate for the scared child that's inside them. And you know, just kids, man, depressed, you know. And I just wanted to put this video out to tell you that I'm doing these videos for all of you. I will travel to different cities, different locations that I will not disclose, for a purpose of, once it's all said and done, I want everyone to see of how much we are alike, how much we are the same collectively, man. No matter where you're from, no matter what state or city or town or county or country, wherever you're from, We are really one. We are one organism, part of this bigger organism called this planet. And I want all of you kids, all of you girls out there, all of you guys, you know, that go to a party, get drunk, get fucked up, and then come home and you feel super lonely, man. You feel like no one is there. You feel like you're not good enough all the time. I want you to know you are good enough. And you have a purpose in this life. And just stick it out and you will find that purpose. I promise you. And I want to be the assistant and the assistance of you finding that purpose, man. If I can assist anyone and take you by the hand and lead you out of your depression, man, I will gladly do it, because I've been there myself, and it will be my honor to do it. To all you good hearted people out there, man, you know, they just think about it, man. You know, a lot of girls think, oh, I'm too heavy, or I'm not pretty enough, you know, blah blah blah, this and that. Well, just think, I mean, what asshole that's sitting up there somewhere has painted a perfect human being and said, look, this is the way you gotta be, man? That's all bullshit. Each and every one of us are beautiful in our own way, are special in our own way. As long as you have that conscience, that angel that still sits on your shoulder no matter what, even at the worst of you, still talking to you, you know, still hasn't disappeared, still hasn't dissolved, man, then you have a chance, man. You got a chance, and you still have a heart. It means you're still alive. And I just want you to know, you know, it's crazy to see, man. Like, I seen a video of a girl 12 years old, you know, shooting a live video of her hanging herself, man. You know, brought me to tears. You know, a child, I mean, how can a child feel so devastated at that moment? So, you know, because we think of, you know, killing ourselves. You know, we watch it in movies and shit like that. We hear it on the news. But if you really stop for a second and think of the mental state that the person has to be in to cause such harm to themselves, a harm that you can never come back from, man. And even though this physical body is only a projection of our spiritual selves, meant to gain this experience when we live forever, still, man, kids going out like that, it's no excuse, you know. And we gotta claim responsibility. I keep saying this, but we as adults, we as the generation, the predecessing generation, man, gotta claim responsibility for the younger generation. We can't just sit back and say, yo, look at these kids, man, their music, the way they wear their clothes is so goofy, they're so corny, my times was better, they're so out of line. We can't say that shit anymore. Because what we are saying is that we fucked up, we messed up, man, because we let these kids be like that and behave like that, man. And there's nothing wrong with them. They're just lost. They're more lost than we were, because fuck, we were lost, man. So please, anyone that's gonna watch this, find the love in your heart. To love yourself, to adore yourself, to know that there are better times ahead of us, man. You know, these bad, energetic beings, they're not even energies, they're parasites. They're not going to bring us down anymore. They're not going to let us destroy our world, man. They're not going to watch us destroy our beautiful mother planet, Earth. I love all of you. This was NazareN. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at, but I'm in a very desolate, not desolate, I'm in a very secluded place. I guess it's desolate of beings, that's what I wanted to say, but I'm in a very secluded place, man. There's like no one else around, it's just me and you. I'm working on an album, and it should come out I mean, honestly, I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's coming. And this album's gonna be my baby, man. Also working on a book. Prove to me that you're alive. I'm gonna be with you all the time. I'm gonna keep making these videos. Shout out to everybody, man. I love all of you. Shout out to Alpha and Ace, my niece Giselle, man. Everybody, my mom, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And just love yourself and prove to yourself that you're alive. 3 ultimate questions. Who am I? What am I doing here? What happens after death, man? Love God, love Earth. Love yourself once again, man. And I'll be back, man. Good night.